All right, Grandma. I'm making this video for you because I can only imagine you feel kind of lonely up there. For everyone that doesn't know, me and my grandma have been inseparable since the day I was born, and just recently she moved upstate to Ithaca to live by herself, but also closer to her son, who can, be around I work a lot, and even then, I have a girlfriend and I have all the stuff I'm doing in my life, and I can't really be there for her the way I want to, but he can. So it was the smart choice to move her down there where she's closer and he could help her with a lot more stuff than I can. And the only downside to it is, you know, and I know this sounds kind of selfish, like, because she's not cooking for me anymore or doing my laundry, but in retrospect, what else does she have to do? I mean, she made friends down there and she plays bingo and just stuff like that, but, like, I mean, she told me, yeah, you told me, Grandma, it wasn't a hassle to do those things because it gave you something to do. And I know you leave Long Island behind and you don't really think anything of it, but I just wanted you to know that you've affected the lives of many people around here, not just me, but I mean, every one of my friends has a very distinct memory of you. A memory that makes you laugh, makes you cry, whatever the case may be. Um, a little backstory: my grandma grew up in Brooklyn and Greenpoint, and she has a brother and sister. They lived in a three-bedroom apartment. No, two-bedroom apartment. Uh, since the day she was born, she's never been alone. She lived with her parents and her, relatives. She met my grandfather, her husband, when she was just 15 years old. They got married and then they had kids. And then she lived with all them. And then when they moved out, she still lived with my grandfather. My mom had me. I was the first child to be had out of her children. So, I was the first person to make her a grandma. And my mom went through some hard times and at the time was not fit to take care of me. So my grandma, you know, adopted me. She did what she needed to do, and it was finally her time to relax. She got rid of all her kids and now she has to take another little kid in. And I mean, she took me in after having her own kids, and she raised me. And now that she moved up to Ithaca, this is the first time in her entire life that she is on her own. And yeah, I mean, going back to, me, yeah, I mean, I wasn't easy, I'm not saying I'm the worst kid ever. I'm sure, worser kids out there, excuse my grammar, but, an old woman taking care of a kid that's, drinking and fighting, not to say I won all of them, but I'm just saying I was a little, I get beer balls, some people would call it. Getting in trouble with the law for stupid things, and I got kicked out of school at one point, and I put her through some stuff that I shouldn't have put her through, but she hung in there through it all, and she stayed with me, and she never once gave up on me. And I know she thinks I take that for granted, but I look at it every day like, what would I have done if she didn't, stand by my side through everything and make sure I went to school and made sure I had clothes on my back and made sure I had money in my pocket and made sure I didn't do drugs and all those annoying times she called me 15 times a day, I look back at it now and I realize that it was all just love. And you taught me chivalry, in a generation where chivalry is dead. You know, you taught me to bring it into my generation, teach my son chivalry, hold chairs open for, girls, hold doors open. You know, a date on a picnic isn't corny, like some people think it is now. Bringing surprising girls with flowers at work, stuff like that all these girls take for granted now and think is corny. They don't like public display of affection. You taught me kiss a girl in public, show the world that you're proud of what you have, and you taught me a lot of life lessons. And I don't know if you realize that, but you didn't just impact me though. It's like I said, all of my friends have some distinct memories of you. So here's some things to cheer you up and let you know that you are loved by more than just me. Grandma, here's Nick. He's going to give a brief little memory of you.
Just a brief little memory. I remember the first time I showed up, I came over and I remembered exactly where Joe lived because I went to play with him and I brought the battle ball game.
My God, I remember that.
Showed up
like the football thing.
You were like, "Who is this? Who is this kid sitting at my door?" You're like, "Is Joey home?" And you were just ever since then you just kept feeding me. And I swear I'd be like 180 pounds.
He's actually this big because of you.
Because of you.
Yes.
And just the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
All right, explain it.
What is the secret in the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Because they're just so delicious, and I just.
Why don't you tell her how you used to sneak in the house?
I never snuck in.
You could say this, all right? Yes, you
I
did.
didn't sneak in.
Yes, you
I'd
did.
always come over. I didn't even like Joe that much.
I
just
snuck
came
him
over
in.
to eat the peanut butter and jellies. That's.
Where'd you sleep, Nick?
In the closet, but I never got caught. I never got caught. I stood still. I was like a mummy. I was like.
Vinny's knocking the shit off the
I
thing.
remember hearing you yell at Vinny for sleeping in the closet in the other closet.
Yeah, because Vinny knocked it off the hinges.
Yeah, that was just.
All right, well, thank you, Nick. Now we just have to get Chris, and then we're done. Chris, give me one fond memory of my grandma.
Alright. I remember the first time I met your grandma. I forget what exactly happened, but you were talking back to her somehow. And I remember turning around and like telling you to stop with like yelling at you. And I remember telling your grandma if she ever needed help, I'll come over and I'll whoop your ass for her anytime you needed it because you would take advantage of her. Poor, sweet little lady, nice woman.
What about all the times she asked you to do her electric?
Oh, of course.
All right, what was your favorite thing about my grandma?
What do you mean?
Like,
Everything.
John loved the cooking.
Yeah, no, definitely. Those PB&Js were definitely the bomb.
Everyone seems to say the peanut butter and jellies.
Yeah. You know what? I know the secret ingredient. It
What?
was love.
It was love. Like she chiseled off a piece of her heart and put them in each one.
Each one.
All right, well, I don't think she did that, but it's a good assumption. All right, thank you.
Out.
All right, John, give me one fond memory of my grandma.
Alright, I'll give you the first memory I have with my grandmother. It was me, you, and Zach, and we were in Oakdale, middle of the night, and you decided that we could sleep at your house. Did you ask your grandmother? Of course not, because you didn't care. And so we go back to your house. You get into bed. Zach's sleeping on your floor.
Actually, I slept on the floor. Zach slept in my bed, which made it even funnier when my grandma walked in.
And I somehow got stuck in the closet out in the hallway for some reason. So, I don't know, it was like 4 in the morning, your grandmother comes in, she sees you on the floor, she's like, who is this dude in his bed? Freaks out, kicks Zach out. Zach kind of just wanders off. An hour later, I'm still sleeping, and I wake up to this tiny little old lady ripping the door of the closet open, looking at me, screaming, who are you? What are you doing here? You gotta get out of my house, this and that. So I'm like, oh, shit. So I go into your room and I'm like, Joe, what are we doing here? You're like already getting your stuff together, like you're leaving too. And I'm pretty sure we left the house and I think we walked to the bagel place and got bagels. And we ended up meeting up. Like Zach was just like right there for some reason. He like waited for us, I guess, just assuming we were all going out to at some point.
Did I even give you a blanket and pillows?
You did. Yeah, that was like the one thing I got. Actually, they might have already been in the closet, honestly.
Yeah, probably because I used to have Nick and Vinny sleeping there all the time.
Yeah, so.
Is it naked?
No.
Is that what you just said?
No, he said he had Nick and Vinny sleeping
Oh,
there.
naked. I thought you said
Yeah.
Not at the same time. Not at the same time.
I wouldn't put it past
That would never happen.
you know? Here's the best thing about your grandmother.
What?
Her peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah, everyone seems to say that.
And peanut butter used to make me sick. But for some reason, it's like she just made them with love. Like you could just taste the care in these peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It's the only time I ate peanut butter. It was pretty remarkable, actually.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, well.
And that's a wrap. This is John Caution. It's Carrie Plowyak. Give me one memory that you have of my grandma that stands out.
Wow, what kind of weird question is that?
Just, can you please answer it?
One fond memory of your grandmother
Yes.
that stands out?
Yeah.
Polish night.
Polish night, that's your memory of my grandma?
Yes. 'Cause she was always so kind. And she's like very sweet and like was always like specially asking me, like, Carrie, you going to Polish night? Because it was for the family, but I was included.
Because you're Polish.
Because I'm Polish.
What about the night we stole her car when we were like 13 and it snowed?
Yeah.
Tell that
was
story.
fun, too. When we like
Yeah.
when we decided it'd be fun to take the car, and then we drove down the block. and then we decided it was snowing, so we made a turn around and came back. And then by the time we got back, the driveway was covered, so there was tracks in the driveway.
Took my love and I took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills, till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? And can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children get older, I'm getting older too. So I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, children get older, I'm getting older too. Oh yes, I'm getting older too. So could you take this love, take it down? Oh, if you climb a mountain and you turn around, if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide will bring it down, down. And if you see my reflection in the snow covered hills, where the landslide will bring it down. Oh, where the landslide will bring it down. Where the landslide will bring it down. Where the landslide will bring it down.
Well, here we are. You moved to Ithaca. I stayed back, Long Island. It was hard. It was really hard. You know, you raised me, and I don't want you to be scared for me. know you say you think I can make it, but I know you're scared. And I want to tell you that you're right. I can make it. But it's not because of anyone else that's helping me here. It's because I had such a great teacher. Good luck up there. I'll be seeing you soon. I love you.